So curious with AI, how are you utilizing AI? How do you see it changing the industry right now? Like, what are the opportunities that are really helping short-term rentals?
Yeah, I think tons of opportunity with AI. And I know there's a lot of tools out there. It seems like every week there's a new one that promises you can turn it on and, your business is going to be automated. We have to be really careful, right? We don't get second chances when it comes to a guest experience, usually. And so what we found is that a lot of the AI tools out there today do a good job at responding to simple questions like, what's your Wi-Fi password, or what's the address to, I can't find my check-in instructions, or I don't, what's my door code, even though we've sent it several times. And so those basic type questions AI can do a really good job at. But where it's not doing a great job yet is in more detailed operational tasks. Take like an early check-in request, for example. Let's say someone, and we know most guests request early check-ins, or maybe they request a late checkout, right? There's quite a few components that go into that, right? First of all, we need to make sure that the property's clean. If as us as a manager helping lots of different owners, we also need to make sure that that's something the owner of the property is okay with. So that's the first place we check. Then we make sure that the property's clean. But then maybe we charge for early check-ins, but we only charge for early check-ins if it happens to be like 3 hours in advance or more. And then we need to know how much to charge, and then we need to send a payment link to the guest. So some of these like multi-layer tasks is where we found that AI is just not there. Like there is no tool that you can turn on and automate. So we've built a lot of that on the back end. But the beautiful thing about that is like those tasks are the same. We manage properties of all different sizes and shapes, small and big. And the way someone asks for an early check-in is the same. Like, the processes we need to check are the same. And so I think there's a ton of opportunity with AI for us to continue automating a lot of these tasks that are normal, that are core to the short-term rental operation, and that's our mission, is to continue doing that and to be able to offer really competitive prices, so someone doesn't have to figure this out on their own, but also make the guest experience better. And so that's ultimately one of the really big pushes with AI is make the guest experience better, because if that's better, then we get better reviews and we get more visibility, and then our property earns more money. And a couple just quick ways that we see that happening today is AI never forgets anything, So if we've got a really good knowledge base on a property, every little detail that comes up, we're going to remember. We're going to remember if a guest was there 2 years ago, where a human receptionist, that's just not going to click unless there's something there. It also gives us a way to be really professional and consistent with our messaging. So as someone grows their portfolio, you have multiple people working on reception, but they don't all respond exactly the same way, or maybe with the exact same tone. But with AI, we can have a central tone. So yeah, they're a little bit there, but we're really excited about AI because it's making the operation more efficient. It's making the guest experience better as long as it's used in the right ways.
Now, are you using AI with any specific tools that people should be thinking about, or are those like built-in custom tools? Um,
Yeah, both. So we've tried a few. We used to use Bestie, I think it was called. We use Conduit right now, but we also have a lot. Like we maxed Conduit out after like 3 months. We're like on a direct Slack channel with their team, and it's like we just keep maxing them out on things. So we've built a lot of integrations on top of it. Just to help us make sure that nothing gets overlooked. I think that's one of the really important pieces with AI too, is like we need a way to make sure it's doing the job it's supposed to, that there are no errors, and that certain types of messages that maybe shouldn't be going to, in AI right now are automatically going to one of our team members. So we have lots of escalations and things set in there to automatically route messages, depending on the type of message.